Hey guys, Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? So I have a late video. Sorry it didn't come out this morning, but I ended up being pretty busy right up until bedtime. Not doing anything in particular, just like David's last day off, so we were doing some stuff together. I feel like I was doing something before that, but I can't remember what. I have sleepy brain. I just woke up a little bit ago, if you can't tell, and I have to get ready for work soon. And I'm about to give little Maverick. I got this for Maverick. It's bacon scented. Maverick. Hey. Oh, I can smell it from here. Do you like it? Do you want it? Do you want it? You want to lick it? I know that. You got it. Here you go. Okay. Let's see if he likes that. I mean, he can have his other toy. That does keep him busy too. I just got him something new to, I don't know. I told him when I went to the store one day that I'd bring him home something. And if it's just one thing instead of two and all that, and they fight over it, even if it is two, I leave it in the car. So I was just grabbing the stuff out of my car before my trip that I had left out there, and that was one of the things. So I brought it in. So Otis isn't like jealous because he's upstairs sleeping right now. Anyway. Oh yeah, he likes it. He's a fan. That's actually one of the things I did yesterday. That right there, that's Andy's goodie bag. Andy and the guys. Because tomorrow I go see them, finally. So yeah. That's what I did before I came home, yes. And today, when I got up, Maverick and I started working on some more training because it has come to my attention that he is going down the path of his brother Winston, where he's not, I mean, Winston wasn't a bad boy, and he went to obedience training, but then my ex-husband just didn't want to take him anymore, and Winston was a big boy, and at the time I felt overwhelmed taking him by myself. So he never got any more of it, and it slipped. Like, he was my baby. I didn't care what anybody else thought. He didn't have to deal with any other dogs or basically any other people. So for me, it didn't matter, but it really does do good for the dogs to be trained and have some like obedience and stuff, and then he can be like around other dogs and other people more, and that's good for him. Like, I have his little seatbelt thing for his harness. So he can go places in the car with me. I'm going to start getting him adapted to that now that my air conditioning is working better too. But yeah, so I wouldn't ever say like I had a mountain of junk in my car or anything like that, but it was always like, oh, I need this for work, I'll keep this in my car. Oh, I need this for work, I'll keep this in my car. And I need to not have nothing back there because obviously I don't want him to get into anything. I don't want him to get sick. I don't want him to get hurt, you know. What I want to get him before we do car trips, even short ones, is it's not really a blanket, but it's got like it's kind of a back seat cover where it's got like a waterproof area. And then I've seen some that have like the part that would go up kind of, I think they hook onto the headrests on both sides, so it kind of encompasses your back seat. But the part that would be right between you and your dog, if they're in the back, is more of like a netting. And then the part on the seat, all of the seat is waterproof. So, you know, in case of accidents or they get sick or anything like that. That's like the perfect one that I would want to get. I think I'll probably have to see if that's on Amazon, because I think the one at Walmart is all like the canvas stuff, so it would be harder to like see him and reach him, and harder for him to see out and stuff like that, for him to see me. And then there's room in that for, I think, the seat belts to come through. And then I actually saw a pet bed that you could seat belt in also. So I thought for car trips he could have like his whole back area could be his little play area. Like, I've seen people get their dogs ready. I mean, it's not like we're going to go on any super long cross-country trips by ourselves, but you never know. Like, maybe we will one day. And maybe he can be my little co-pilot, you know? And if I had that and, like, his bed and his toys, and, like, I can get, you know, a travel water and food bowl later, like, when that actually would happen. But I don't know, just I thought that that would be the first step to making him like a cozy little nook back there, you know. Well, the first step was making sure my air conditioning worked. And that's another good reason to have the netted part, because the vent, I have a vent back there so he can get nice and cool if he needs to, or nice and warm if it's wintertime, you know. So anyway, that all stemmed from the obedience thing, but yeah, we were working on that. So because he knew sit and he knew shake, because from obedience school, those were two of the commands that I already knew how to teach him. And obviously, like, I've always wanted to teach him the stuff I knew, like, right away. Now, Winston knew the difference between shake and high five, and I haven't got Maverick to do that yet, but I was just pretty happy with shake. So that's where we went. But I started teaching him down today, and I'm going to teach him, one of the things that I learned is pretty important that I didn't think about is teaching him like focus. It's like focus on me. So we're going to go through that. I just started with down today instead of focus for, I don't really know why, but I just did. I think it's because I had, with down, I'd have something to actually show, like how you're going to be like, I taught him how to focus and then show somebody, I guess. But I want to be able, you know, soon, he's a pretty smart boy, so I want to be able soon enough to be able to have all of that down so we can get to like some more, I was going to say more better, but to get to better training. But yeah, we'll get it. And he's a really good like mannered boy and stuff, so I think that he's very treat accelerated, so I think it won't be that hard. And he's teething right now. Like I had given him some bones for excessive chewers, like toys. Both of the tips of the side of the bone came off, and like half, the bone was this long. It's this long now because he just kept, it's like on one side he's teething. He's 10, almost 11 months old now, and like I heard they're supposed to have all their adult teeth by the time they're 9. Most dogs have all their adult teeth coming in by the time they're 9, but like, first of all, I suppose he doesn't have to be every dog, but second of all, just because they're coming in, like they could be just coming in, because one of his longer one of his longer canine teeth down here, the bigger, you know, that one's just past the surface. I remember like when I was little having my adult teeth coming in, how they'd like just barely be past the gum for a while. That's what his is like. So I mean, I'm sure that he's got like some painful areas in here that he's trying to, you know, and it is like, yeah, he's focusing on this, definitely on the sides, like the back sides of his mouth, so I bet like his molars are coming in or something. Dogs have molars, right? Yeah. I mean, I assume that's what they call them, but I guess I'm not sure. But what we would have molars right in here. I bet that's what's coming in for him. So, I haven't looked all the way back in his mouth. Like he has teeth there. I had looked to see there are teeth, but I didn't like pull his gums down to see how much they're in. You know what I mean? Like he has all of his teeth. It's just a matter of like how much more do they need to like pop up, you know, if that makes sense. But yeah. And then because we were doing stuff like, we were like playing games and then messing around with the dogs and stuff like that. I didn't get a whole lot done as far as crocheting done. If you remember, I had like this pile that I showed you, which occurred to me. This is Mandala Tweed Stripes in the color Wishbone. Like I wanted to see how many I could get out of a whole cake, which was, I believe, what did I say, 12 and then 13, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 13, and then half of another one, so like 13 and a half, almost 14. It occurred to me that this in itself is a rainbow, so maybe for the month, you know, for Pride Month, I could get a rainbow blanket done. That'd be pretty cool, right? If I could get it all done now. So I had this, I think the last time I showed you, I only had like a certain amount of ends sewn in. I had finished sewing all the ends in, probably yesterday morning then, if I didn't have that shown to you yet. So all of these are sewn in. And then I finished, because I ran out of the yarn here, I joined the back side of the next cake so that they were kind of the same colorway, and it just like started going back up into this color up here. So I have the 14th square here with the end sewn in. So I finished that one. Should probably put it back in the order I had it down here. And then I got, like, we're basically going in reverse. And what I did was, this one's not going to show it because like this one is a whole square, right? So it looks identical to the one from the last cake. And I'm sure we'll have a couple like that. Like I had, the first one was all the yellow blue, so that'll probably be the same, I'm guessing. But so I had that one, and then where is it so I can show you? Like this one was my next one, and I didn't get to the ends on this one, so turn it around, it'll look better. But see, hopefully this light's good enough out here that you can see that this one, the middle of it is still this, like, I don't know, swampy blue-green color. And the outside is just starting to turn where the blue is turning into a lighter color, right? Well, that's what was happening on the more inside of this one. It's starting to turn to this color is what it's starting to turn to, which is what I'm getting on this one. And I decided I can't talk. I decided to do that I was like, well, I'm already working from the outside of this cake, and it was going to drive me nuts to sit there and keep unwinding the cake like that. So I was too lazy to get my cake winder out last night, but I did wind it into a ball. So I wound it reversely. So the inside of this will be the yellow. So hopefully all of these will at least kind of reverse the colors where there were different color changes. So it might look a little bit different. Like it'll still be the same color scheme and everything. I just thought it would give it a little bit of a different look for me to mix the squares around. But yeah, so you can see the other colors starting to poke through. But that's all I got pretty much. Like this is as far as I got. That and one other square and some ends sewn in. And I will, I was going to just combine today's 7, which is today, with tomorrow's, and then it hit me that, like, so tonight after work I have to come home and obviously spend time with the dogs, and if they're like riled up, I cannot record out here because I do not want you guys seeing them being crazy, because like they get like, I don't know if I've described it before, but like especially Otis, but like he's got Maverick doing it now too, but they sound like they're killing each other. They're not at all. But like every time that I break them up, even from playing hard and stuff, I'm like, could we not sound like we're trying to murder each other, please and thank you? Like that'd be great. Because they sound like it. And like I just don't like, because like one day if they do like get into a fight, like how will you know? They'll be like, oh, they're playing, oh no they're not, you know. So like just stop that. I'm going to town on that bone over there. How you like it? What else? So anyway, it occurred to me, so I hopefully will get tomorrow's recorded after work tonight, which will technically be on the 8th because it'll be after I get home. But I also have to get up early enough to drive because I'm going to Andy's concert tomorrow in Indiana. And then there is no day between. I have to drive to Indiana, come back home, and then get on the road Friday because he has another show that is in Flint on Friday. So I will be driving there, and that's the show I'm driving to alone. So, I don't know how much sleep I'm already gonna get, and if the boys are just like, I didn't want to combine today's and tomorrow's if I'm already gonna have to combine like the 8th and the 9th when I get home from Flint on the 9th, you know what I'm saying? So we'll just have to see. If you don't hear from me for a day, that'll be why. But yeah, and so I decided I better get it out today. So I have my stitch marker for day 7. I guess I could have cheated and done like day 8 right now, so that, but no, I don't want to do that just in case, you know. Oh, let me tell you, I did it again and popped it open. What I'm opening are the stitch markers from the, oh, you heard the package and dropped that bone, huh? You want a stitch marker too? Stitch markers, sorry, for Pride Month that are from the wonderful Miss Ellie Leva, and her channel is linked down below, as it will be through all of this video series. She does different like themed like stitch marker advents that you can check out. She has got some coming up. She's got like a beach theme right now. She's got the 4th of July coming up. I know she'll have Halloween. I'm sure there'll be stuff in between too. She's like always busy, always creating. She's wonderful. She's very sweet. So check her out. If you're considering getting one, check into that, because like I said, she's reasonably priced. It's awesome to support like another YouTuber and crafter anyway. So yeah, check that out. And here is today's 7. And I am loving the themes, the colors, the 80s vibe of it all, of course. Which it's not even meant to be an 80s vibe, but I'm still loving that. I had to get this because, like, first of all, it's cool to support her. It's cool to support Pride. And it is cool for me because I like rainbows too. Oh my gosh. I didn't bring it with me, but she also included this stitch marker holder that has like a rainbow, and it's kind of like a keychain but with a lot more loops to like hold them all on. So I have all my other ones on that one. And here is today's, the rainbow that says love. Let me see if I can get that to focus. Isn't that beautiful? I think it says love. Yeah, it says love wins. I'm sorry, not just love. The reflective of it threw me off. Like I didn't notice it along with the rainbow at first, and then I saw it in my camera and I was like, no, that says something else. But yeah, so rainbow, and it's beautiful. All of them are beautiful. So I don't think that you'll be disappointed, like I said, if you're considering checking hers out. So do so. Other than that, I should probably get ready for work. Oh, I do want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for my the last video, and how sweet and understanding you were about the editing issue that I was talking about. Just because, I don't know, like I said, I felt bad about it, and yeah, like, I mean, who wants to wake up to like negative comments, right? Like bad, nasty comments. They weren't like the most awful. It's not like people said like, oh, jump off a cliff or something because that's the worst video ever. I mean, they weren't that bad, but just none of them were necessary. Like the couple were necessary, you know, but they were from people that I haven't seen before anyway. So I guess they were just popping in and just had to have something to say, but it's all good. Just figured if they were watching it, I would just tell them that that wasn't necessary and that I would put another one out to not be offensive. But yeah, I really want to thank you guys for just being sweet and understanding. And like I just told you, my next couple days are going to be pretty busy, and my yesterday was pretty busy. So it might be a few more days before it's actually out, but the yarn should still be new. Yeah. All right, I will actually go. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being so wonderful. And yeah, thank you for liking and subscribing and everything. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.